Hey, Amplify You family, welcome. Today I'm joined by an amazing guest. This is the Amplify You podcast, and today's guest is Jimmy Ezzell. And Jimmy is the co founder of Yep. Jimmy is a highly skilled, entrepreneurial minded leader with decades of experience in business, leadership development, marketing, and organizational growth. I'm really excited to have Jimmy here. I got to meet him personally. I've learned all sorts of cool things that he's up to. And he's just always got so much going on and so many exciting ideas and so many things. It's contagious. Jimmy's built organizations to the tens of thousands around the world. He loves serving in the trenches in the field, and loves to empower others to enable their success. So Jimmy, welcome to Amplify You.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michelle, for having me. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Jimmy. And, we're doing an Ask the Expert interview today. And what I really wanted to talk to Jimmy about, and something we were talking about when we met in person, is incentive-based marketing. And I think this is a really interesting topic for especially people who are thinking about podcasting or are podcasters, that we're not using incentive-based marketing in our shows like hardly at all. So I'd love to hear your take on, first of all, how you got started. What's Yep? Let's talk about that first, and then we'll get into some incentive-based marketing.
Yeah, so Michelle, when it was great to meet you in person and just talk a little bit about what you're doing in the entrepreneurial space and promoting podcasts and things like that. So I actually am the co-founder and CEO of a couple companies. One of them is TripValet Incentives, and we were talking a little bit about that. And I'm also the co-founder for the Young Entrepreneur Project, which stands for YEP, short for YEP, and or YEP is short for Young Entrepreneur Project. So I've been in the travel or incentive space now for almost about 4 years. We have built some brands underneath there, including even TripValet Rewards and Insurance Lead Master. So we've always been in some travel or incentive-based type of marketing. And really what I've done most recently since August is also created a whole nother movement around entrepreneurship. And that's where the Entrepreneur Project, or YEP, really came from.
That's amazing, Jimmy. I love how you're involved in so many different aspects of business. So you can really speak to all sorts of different areas of business and growth, and especially exponential growth too. You've seen the Young Entrepreneurs Tribe grow from infancy stage to, I think what you're saying, over 4,000 members involved now. So tell us a little bit about what the goal of the Young Entrepreneur Tribe is all about.
Yeah, so the reality is this. I mean, it started from an idea, actually an invitation from one of my best friends to come over to Thailand and see what they were doing with young entrepreneurs there. When I call them young, my kids are 26, 23, and 20, and so I consider them young. And I'd seen a lot of them young entrepreneurs over there, but go back even about another year before that, I was actually in Thailand on a mission trip, and to see Hill Country kids be able to become entrepreneurs and start earning an income. Some of them making over $500 a month in residual income. It doesn't sound like a lot to you and I, Michelle, but over there that's a lot of money.
It's huge,
yeah. And so what we did is I came back to the U.S. I asked Jack. I said, Jack, I love your concept, but I want to kind of expand it and add my company into to this whole Young Entrepreneur Project. Started out of the U.S. and then basically grow it around the world. And that's what we've done, is we created an entrepreneurial community where people can get results-based training through something that we've created called YEP Clips, where it's all online, everything from improving your skills in Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, all in one spot, everything from mindset training, NLP, even health and wellness. I mean, just so many contributors now. Even podcasting is on there. Someone has put their podcast in there, and so podcast training, and so just a platform where they can get that. And then I added all of our incentive-based marketing services in there, travel and entertainment, shopping portals and discounts, all in there, and so. That's how we've started to really create that community, is giving them a real entrepreneur community where they can learn, grow, and scale a business with some of the things that we have, and just get it all in one spot.
That's awesome. Now I'm thinking for our podcasters out there that, talk about business stuff on their show, but maybe they don't have their own program or service to market or promote. This would be a great thing to be involved with Yep, because then you can actually promote Yep right from your podcast and send people to Yep, and you have a great referral program in Yep too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, so I always tell people whether you're already in business and you're looking to get more clients, things like that. I'll talk a little bit about incentives here in a second, or learn the skills and training that you need, or you're getting ready to launch a business, or you want Yep to be your business. We do have a affiliate slash refer and earn program where people can actually refer others and earn an income. Because a lot of people are, there's I always tell people there's like three types of business. There's like an affiliate model where you can basically refer other people's businesses and earn a commission, start a business there. There's the lifestyle type of business where you just want to work enough to fund your lifestyle, and
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the all-in business where it's like the one I have where you invest a lot of money and you are all in and you're going to make it no matter what, and you're planning on scaling and make it bigger. So the great thing about Yep is it can help you if you already have a business, you're getting ready to launch a business, or you want to use us as an affiliate type of program.
Awesome. And then I just want to touch on the young part. So, how young are we talking, Jimmy? And how old are you accepting people in?
We actually have someone that's over 70 some years old. And I always tell people we love the word young because young doesn't have an age. I'll just candidly tell you, I know I think my wife told me I'm 47, but I've locked in at 45. All right. So, and she fights me on all the time, but young for really is if you're young at heart, if you've got another great run at you in terms of what you want to do. And really, age is no matter for us in our tribe, in our community.
I love that. So it is inclusive. It's just young at heart.
That's it. That's it.
That's awesome. I love that. So tell us a little bit about your experience with incentive-based marketing. And is this something that should be used in podcasts, or are businesses using this a lot? Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Most of our audience are going to be most businesses under 100 million in sales. Okay.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of them, right? And I mean, more than the bigger companies. And so for most companies, most business owners, they're trying to compete against someone that may be bigger than them. And so I always tell people, you know, take a client and they're looking at your company and my company. And Michelle, you offer an incentive and I don't. All things equal, if you offer an incentive and I don't, who are they typically going to do business with?
Yay.
Yeah, they're going to do business with you, right? And what most people don't know is that the big companies, all your Fortune 500,000 companies, they all do incentive-based marketing every day. Let me give you some examples that you might be familiar with. There's this little company that was just called Amazon, and then they rolled out Amazon Prime.
Prime,
Well, see,
yeah.
Prime is an incentive-based marketing ploy because basically what they're doing is, when you pay that extra fee, you get a bunch of extra perks, right?
Mm.
Free 2-day shipping. Now it's like same-day shipping. I mean, all these things, right? How about this company called T-Mobile, and they have T-Mobile Tuesdays, right? For all of us T-Mobile fans, I'm a T-Mobile user. I see it every Tuesday. They send me a message, all of these other discounts that I can get for just being a T-Mobile user, right?
Mm.
How about this one? McDonald's sweepstakes. So Michelle, most people don't know that's a 20-some billion-dollar company, and the months that they run that sweepstakes, right, they actually increase revenue anywhere from 4 to 7%
Wow,
over
that's
months that they
huge.
don't do their sweepstakes. And so it's called incentive-based marketing. How about that Happy Meal toy, right? Right? McDonald's has done an amazing job. And so that's what we call incentive-based marketing, something to incentivize a customer or client to take an action with you. So
Yeah.
the podcasters, if you think about, they're giving so much valuable content to so many people.
Mhm.
How do you start to separate yourself, all right, from other podcasters besides great content and value, right?
Mhm.
But why not throw some incentives in there? And what we do is we use vacation incentive based marketing.
Who doesn't love travel as an
Right,
incentive?
right, right. I mean, you're talking, the numbers don't lie. It's an $8 trillion industry worldwide. Even in the US, you're talking 10 to 12% when things are really rocking, 10 to 12% of our GDP comes from travel. And what I love about it for our business owners and our podcast, you don't have to, sell someone on Disney World or Las Vegas or Paris or, the Canary Islands, London. You don't have to sell people on that. They already know vacations, the travel industry. And so using vacation incentives really puts you, ahead of other people that aren't using it. And that's what we're seeing.
I love that. Do you have some ideas of how podcasters could implement that into their shows?
Absolutely. The thing is, I would, because of how our program is used, you can use some for some giveaways for like, hey, the 10th person that shares this or whoever, I mean, whoever ends up sharing it, they can all get a vacation. The way we set it up, because we give unlimited access. For every, for people that share it, for people that comment, or for engagement, you can do those things. You can also do where you pick a winner, right? And that those winners get, that whoever end up winning your promotion or contest, they can use it. And there's other things too, where for podcasters, because they love to travel, they can use them themselves. Okay, our services, they can use all the travel platform, all the incentives, go on trips, do their podcast from Mexico or Jamaica or shoot, even I did a video from Greece, right? I mean, all over the world. We have over 6,500 destinations just in our incentive program.
Wow.
Our travel program has over 1 million hotels and resorts around the world that they can use. That's all part of their membership.
Wow, that's really cool. So as a podcast host, I can become a member and then offer those incentives. Like I'm just thinking like when a podcast is actually launching and we want everyone to go and review and subscribe to our show, that's a great time to offer a vacation as an incentive, some travel incentives. So that's a really great strategy right there, because I can see just, I mean, Amazon gift cards are great and all, cash is great and all, but a vacation, it sounds way more sexy.
Well, and we're talking about a very high value type of vacation. I'll give you just an example. The thing about our program is that they're responsible for the taxes and fees only. And so, I always say it's kind of like if you've ever watched like The Price is Right or Wheel of Fortune, and how in the fine print that says, hey, if these contestants win this vacation, right, they got to pay the taxes and fees. Same thing here, but let me share with you what that really looks like. So there's one of our major vendors. Let's just use Luxurious Mexico. On their website today, these rooms, it's a 5-diamond resort, go from anywhere from $400 to $650 a night per night. And you, an client of ours, someone that gets this vacation, can literally go for 5 days, 4 nights, all in taxes and fees for $220.
Wow, that's incredible.
And you got to see the testimonials and the videos from people because they're literally staying at an unbelievable resort, unbelievable service, food, all that kind of stuff. But hardly, less than what they would pay for one night typically at this resort.
Wow, that's great.
For the 5 nights, and we have 7-night ones as well. But they just kind of gives you an example of like the real value in it.
For sure. Yeah, I could see this working in all sorts of different ways with contests or like even weekly, at the end of your intro, your outro, you can send people over to do something to enter to win a vacation. And, because podcasts are evergreen, but because you have unlimited access to trips, it could be an evergreen contest that you're running too. It just goes over and over again. Yeah, I love the sounds of that. I think that's been great. Have you seen anyone using it in podcasts yet? I know this is a new idea. Like, I think this is a pretty new idea that you and I should just, start telling everyone about.
There's one realtor that does podcasts that uses it.
Yeah.
So we, since meeting you, I'd love to really work with podcasters on this because at the end of the day, it's still about business, and these are, it's more of the strategy, right? The marketing strategy, and implementing those, and so incentive-based marketing just becomes another strategy for people.
Yeah, for sure. And so is the TripValet thing that's separate in the membership then if you were to join the YEP young entrepreneur program. Is that TripValet also in there as an access to those kind of trips as well?
Yes, actually. So, they're actually two separate companies, but the
Mm-hmm.
TripValet incentive program, all of our travel memberships, our shopping entertainment portals, all of that is actually still inside of the Young Entrepreneur Project as well.
That's awesome. Now, typically when you think of incentive programs, you think of something for people to incentivize people to buy things. But another way of using incentives traditionally has been like if you have team members to incentivize your team, is that right? To reach certain goals. Do you see the trips being used for like internally as well?
Oh yes. We actually work, with a lot of realtors and insurance agents as well. Some of our
Mm-hmm.
biggest verticals, and yeah, no, they actually some of the owners don't. They'll use the certificates just for that, and,
Mm-hmm.
and and basically instead of enrolling their agents as their own membership, they'll
Mm-hmm.
actually run it all through the company themselves and then use incentives for trips, use incentives for their clients, appointments, things like that. So yes, that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely available.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love that. What's the big vision for the entrepreneur program?
So the big vision is that we want to reach out to 1 million entrepreneurs globally. We are now in 6 continents.
Mm-hmm.
We just actually finished getting our license in Nigeria. So we're going to start an African expansion. We're getting registered throughout all of EU as we speak. And so, yeah, we want to create an unbelievable community. We're on some rapid growth now and starting to accelerate even more every single month. Even during this global crisis, we've been able to grow
Mm-hmm.
every single month, not even miss a beat. And so, yeah, the ultimate goal is to reach 1 million entrepreneurs around the world.
Yeah, I bet now with like people thinking about reconsidering what they're doing for business, that this is also like something that people can look at doing because it's something that's stable. They can do at their own time. They can fund their own their own lifestyle with it, and you don't have to necessarily work from an office 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people love that. It never in our history has more people been Googling work from home, earn from home.
Yeah.
That they really want that freedom, especially with what's going on. And
Hmm.
so, yeah, we have an opportunity for them to do that.
Yeah. So, I mean, podcasters, if you're thinking about starting a podcast that's about working remotely or working on your own or entrepreneurship or travel or any of those things or all of the above or any topic, really, I think what Jimmy is talking about is really valuable and something worth taking a look at. I think because, I think setting ourselves apart from other podcasters out there, I think it's going to be really a great thing to add in those incentives. And and not I'm thinking about some of the incentives they also have in the YEP program, Jimmy, too, as incentives that people can send their listeners to, offer more training for their listeners, like on social media training or other kinds of things if they have a business podcast. And I think those are really cool ideas.
Yeah, there's so many things that you can do with incentives. And,
Mm-hmm.
and not only, I mean, one thing that you mentioned earlier on was just for in terms of lead generation, right? Opting in to newsletters, opting in to paid traffic sites. I mean, we have so many people use them for all those type of things. It is also a great retention tool. One of the things that most people don't know is we've carved our niche out because I'm not a timeshare company.
Mm-hmm.
I am the company, so I don't have a parent timeshare company that owns me or anything like that. So our members and our end clients do not have to go to any timeshare presentations, any tour presentations. I don't ever email or message your end client, so that protects you. What we do is we make sure that we just make the program better so that way your end clients can go on trips, really travel, and then report back to you, and you stay on our membership. So that's kind of, we've done
Mm-hmm.
it backwards. Whereas we don't market to the end clients. We never have, never will. It's not our model. We just want a lot of members sharing and getting benefit. We want you to be the hero. We want you to
Mm-hmm.
be the hero in your business.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that just sparked another idea in my head too. If anyone's running membership programs, having incentives for however many months you're staying on to get, incentivizing that way or incentivizing, incentivizing the retention of your members or clients in your business with trips in that way. I think that's really exciting. yeah, so many cool ideas. I think, I really wanted to bring Jimmy on today and talk about incentive-based marketing, because not something we've ever talked about on this show. It's not something that I hear a lot of people talking about out there in, the podcasting world, or even in the entrepreneurial world. It's something that I think has been a conversation very much so for big corporations, people that have big teams, or, those kind of incentive programs have always been kind of not really for the entrepreneur, not really for the small business, and especially not podcasters. So I appreciate what you're saying, Jimmy, and I appreciate what you're doing. Any last bit of, advice or wisdom from all your years in business for us out there getting started podcasting or having a business, getting, all of our podcasters that we work with have a business as well. And so they're all entrepreneurs. So I know you have a wealth of wisdom over there.
I think the key in business today, one of the keys, of course, is that you've got to start to separate yourself from everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear that a lot from our members is like, Jimmy, what's great about you guys is every year I get to send a vacation to my clients, right? And I get to send that vacation as a great retention tool, because how many realtors send their clients on vacations? How many insurance agents, how many roofers, how many podcasters send their clients on vacations? And when you're talking about the real numbers of one of the largest industries in the world, $8 trillion, that tells you a lot of people are traveling, right? Even with what's going on, it's starting to spike back up again because people want to get out. Now they may be
We're all
doing
itching
more.
to travel now.
Yeah, it may be more close to home, but I was just gone. I stayed at a 2-bedroom villa this weekend for the 4th of July. I had to get out of here, right? And so that's what's great is, so imagine your clients sitting around talking about the vacation that you gave them. Do you think everyone that they're talking to is going to be interested to know, well, how do I get one of those?
Yeah.
And that's what's beautiful about incentive-based marketing.
I love that, Jimmy. And thank you so much for, sharing your wisdom with us today. And as you were talking, I thought of another great idea too, for referrals. When you get a referral in your business, how great is that to think, we always give cash for our referrals, but how cool would that be? And how much more value would that seem to give a vacation as a referral? Thank you. So yeah, so many ideas that we can use, so many different things. And Jimmy, how can we find out more information about TripValet and about Young Entrepreneur Program? Where should we send everyone?
Yeah, so here's the thing is we're actually, if you want some more information, you can always send or go to our website. For the incentive program only, you can go to TripValetIncentives.com, okay, TripValetIncentives.com, and just get some more information there. I will say this, I'm running some new challenges to help people with the Young Entrepreneur Project, to help them if they're looking to kind of expand their business more, put it all together, and even help them scale. And so if you go to actually go to our new challenge website, it's called YEP, so it's YEP, to freedomchallenge.com, YEP to freedomchallenge.com. And you can actually register for a 5-day challenge. And as we start to go through the process of an entrepreneur and show you, how to knock out those limiting beliefs in terms of being successful and things like that. So
I love that. That's great. So guys, make sure you go check out Jimmy's 5-day challenge, and it's at Evergreen. It'll be evergreen soon, I'm sure. So just go check out that website, no matter when you're listening to this episode, because there will always be something there. So until next time, thank you, Jimmy, so much for spending some time with us today. And Amplify You family, make sure you go check out you can add value-based marketing to your podcast and to your business. So many great ideas in this show. Thank you, Jimmy, for being with us today.
Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate it.